Welcome back to Leatherwingback Productions, where ideas run rampant and focus must be wrangled. I'm Taylor, your storyteller in progress, and we are on week 21 of the Big Scary Goal. So we're gonna keep going with that Novel 90 plan. They have a whole month for planning, which can be good, can be a little too long. We'll see. I'm probably gonna start doing some writing here pretty soon. So you see, I want to do a solid plan, a timeline, set up the plot lines, continue with the website update and the merch design updates, as well as doing some more big, bold marketing. And that I've just started not making a plan for that, just tracking what I do end up doing. So for book 2, as you recall, it's with the beta readers right now. I have had a discussion with at least one of them about the book recently. But here in book 3, it's mostly just been me trying to do all this planning, transferring over what I have, figuring out how to move on and add stuff into the book, including figuring out some romance stuff, which was a discussion I had with one of my beta readers. Here we have I was trying to redo, I should say, a plotting method that I picked up from another book that I believe is called Write Blockbuster Plots, which is where the plot lines thing comes from. I already filled this out before in another notebook before I finished book 1, so this is an updated one with how things are now. Not too much of a change. I did watch a meeting this week for the Novel 90, which is where I learned about the Theodore Taylor book, which is called 7-Figure Fiction. She has written mostly romance novels, or I think maybe exclusively romance novels, I'm not sure about that, but so all of her examples were pretty much all for romance, so I had to kind of finagle it a little to match up with what I'm doing. And she did a thing for creating better marketing, so this is for book 1. I went through her little process to try to write a better blurb for book 1 for marketing. That's up now. We'll see if that makes a difference. Pass it along. We'll see if this snags more interest. Then I went through and tried to follow through her thing for outlining. So this is all following her little scheme for outlining a book using this universal fantasies thing. One of these is outlining your chapters, and I use the 7-point plotting shape, I guess what you could call it. And then I have that based around a planned 35 chapters. Could be more, could be less. We adjust as we go. And that led to other ways of trying to figure out my scenes and plotting. So I was trying to figure out Obsidian, which I've heard a lot of good things about, but it's not the most intuitive thing. So trying to get all that. Those pictures there are from Pinterest, by the way. Those aren't originals. Those are other people's pictures that I used for reference. But just trying to figure this out has not been the simplest thing. So, we're gonna try a few YouTube tutorials and see what we can do there and figure that out. And that's week 21. A lot, but not a lot at the same time. So I did kind of come up with a solid plan working on these new scenes. I have almost a full timeline, sort of. I've kind of worked on the plot lines, maybe backed off a little. I did continue with the blog and the newsletter. I haven't sat down to do the merch designs, but I have done some interesting things for my marketing, including messaging some other authors and other author agents, sending letters to some reviewers and stuff, and reading that 7-Figure Fiction book. So that was the week. Wow. Well, like and subscribe. Check out I'm changing my Write With Me's around, so it's not just sitting there and watching me write. I actually will have questions, discussion questions. It's more of a writer's room collaboration space now. You can come in, hang out, ask each other questions, throw ideas around for people that are working on stuff, and maybe turn that into a nice little community. Yeah. Come by, bring your friends, we'll get things figured out. I am also continuing to stream on my gaming channel every weekend. did something spooky last weekend. Played In Sound Mind. Scared myself a few times. So if you enjoy watching a scaredy cat play a moderately scary game, go and check that out. That's on Leatherwing Art Productions Gaming. Again, check out Book 1. That is out right now. Kindle Unlimited paperback hardcover ebook. Also, Book 2 will be out in the next couple of months, and plans for Book 3 to be out before the end of the year, hopefully in the fall. I might do a Kickstarter when I get to Book 3 after Book 2 comes out. If you're interested in that, let me know. We'll figure that out. And until then, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.